W.I.T.C.H, the show where a group of girls need to defend a magical veil that protects Earth from evil. They're chosen to be its protectors because... I don't know. Middle schoolers are good at protecting us from evil, apparently. Except when they transform, then they suddenly become women. Or at least older, I think. They at least allude to it, that's for sure.
What have we got behind us?
What have we got in front of us?
Now, before I dive into the show, I need to talk about the comics first, because this series began as a series of graphic novels that were styled similar to manga and written by Elisabetta Ganone. The main appeal of these comics is the situation that's set up. Will, the main character, is new to town. She's going to a new school, she doesn't feel like she belongs, and she has trouble with her mom since it's just the two of them. She doesn't have a father figure to help balance things out. She feels uncomfortable, out of place, and is often wrapped up in trying to understand her feelings. She's young and doesn't really know what to do. I mean, you can't scream #relatable louder than Will. The moment I started reading, I resonated with her. I was sitting there going, that's so me, with nearly everything she was saying or doing. Then she meets her new friends, Irma, Cornelia, Halen, and Tirani. Then they find out they're chosen to harness magical powers and protect the world from possible invasion from another world called Meridian. It's basically everything a middle schooler could want. A purpose, magical powers, friends, a purpose, people to talk to, magical powers, a purpose. All things I wish I had during middle school. And the best part is that not everything just becomes right as rain. You'd think that since they have magic powers and a super huge important duty that they should forget school and focus on their mission. But if they did that, then it would rip away what made them so appealing in the first place. It would be harder for the reader to reflect upon the characters. So they still try to live normal lives and focus on their grades, even though they should really be trying to close those portals and should be dedicating every waking moment to stopping Phobos from invading, but they don't, and that's okay. Now, don't get me wrong, there's a few issues with the comics, mostly the way certain pages are set up. There are several times where the order you would normally read the panels don't line up correctly. Like, take this page for example. You'd think you should read like this, then this, then this, then the bottom two. But no, it's this, then this, then this, then the bottom two. Like, why? I found this problem several times while reading it, and I don't understand why this is a thing. My other issue is with the drama that is thrown around in the comics. I don't want to say it's forced drama because it all feels like it could happen in real life and isn't set up too bad, but it has the same problem that most drama in entertainment has. It can usually be solved if the people just talk. I also don't get why most of the people in Kandrakar don't take care of most of the issues themselves, but oh well. The story of the comics is often disjointed, dropping in characters and justifying it later. It eventually works, but it feels like it stumbles its way through it. I'm specifically talking about Caleb, and how Cornelia suddenly remembers she has a boyfriend or something? I'm still not sure how it works. In the show, they introduce Caleb within the first episode, like they should have. I like the story well enough, but it feels like it jumps around between 7.5 out of 10 and 6.5 out of 10 when it comes to its delivery. Also, Cornelia and Irma need to cut out their constant bitching. I mean, oh my god. The first few times I understood they weren't best friends or something, but after all the stuff they went through, you'd think they'd be past their petty conflicts, but no! And details are kept secret for way longer than it needs to be. Heck, oftentimes there are details that we should know, but they keep it secret for a dramatic reveal later, and it just makes everything confusing. Like Phobos and Elion being siblings. We don't even see Phobos' face in the beginning. We should have known that. And I don't understand why all of the main characters need a boyfriend. It feels forced after a while. But the TV show. Ooh, baby, the TV show is executed better in just about every way. They introduce the characters properly, they better explain the plot right from the get-go, they foreshadow what's going to happen with other characters, and that's just episode 1. They took several liberties with the show, they changed when characters were introduced, and it flowed much smoother than the graphic novels. Caleb was introduced early because he's more important than Elian, and Elian was introduced later because she's more of a plot device than a character. In the graphic novels, Elian was there from the beginning as one of the friends of the Irma, Tarani, Cornelia, and Haylin. But as they soon discover who they really are, their friendship slowly gets torn apart. And it works, but switching it around a little and introducing her later in the show just works better. Okay, so here's what you really should know about the graphic novels. Now, if you're a fan of the graphic novels, I'm not saying they're bad. They have a lot of issues, but I started reading the graphic novels before watching the show, and I really enjoyed them. The graphic novels feel more like they're focused on the characters and their personal lives rather than the bigger plot. And though they tend to skip over key details, it's not by any means bad. I would recommend watching the show first, then reading the graphic novels. Having the prior knowledge from the show makes the graphic novels easier to read and more enjoyable. And the show only covers the Phobos arc and the Nerissa arc, while the graphic novels will extend past that, starting with Volume 7 right here. And the wording is really weird with how they word the arcs, because the first one, let's look at which. As you can see, it says Part 1, the 12 Portals, Volume 1, and that's normal and completely okay because it goes on to Volume 2, which has a number 2 on the side, and then Volume 3, which has a Volume 3 on the side, but then it goes on to the Nerissa arc, which is Part 2, Volume 1, but that has a number 4 on the side, and that's the volume number also, and you just get confused. So Nerissa's arc starts with Volume 4, and they all last three volumes every single time. And so this is the ending of the Nerissa arc with Volume 6, and this is where you're going to start getting new material. But you do need to read through all of them if you've already watched the show, because it's actually just that different. They change a lot. If you want to risk it and just go straight to Volume 7, then start with Volume 7. If you really don't want to reread all of it, then fine. But don't say I didn't warn you. Now, here's my reasoning as to why the TV show was written so much better. You see, the show is adapted from the graphic novels, so the writers already knew what was going to be happening with each and every character. And I don't think Elisabetta Gonone had that luxury. When writing a series, the writer has to be able to keep the plot liquid. They need to be able to make changes to the motivations of the characters in case it's needed. Chances are the original intention for several characters had to change as she was writing. Take, for example, Vathic.
Let's see how eternity in the oubliette suits you, traitor.
Vathic is putting a key into the bread that he drops to Caleb so that he can escape. From the beginning, Vathic is a rebel against Prince Phobos. However, in the graphic novel, that wasn't the case. Vathic turns over a new leaf only after he's considered what he's doing is wrong, and that's what I'm talking about. The plot needed Vathic to change sides, so he was retroactively changed to fit the plot, while the writers for the show saw that he'd betrayed Prince Phobos and knew that it'd just be better to have him part of the rebels from the beginning. There's a difference in how it was written. The show had volumes of material to work from, while Elisabetta Gonone was figuring out as she went along, which isn't uncommon when writing. So I do put a lot of criticism on the graphic novels, but understand that it's only because I'm comparing it with the show. By itself, the graphic novels are well done. But now, let's get on to the stuff you missed. The graphic novels were originally released in Italy in 2001 and came to the West in 2002. Thankfully, Disney decided to reprint all of them in 2017 through 2019, and that's what you're seeing now. They had a preview special for Comic Fest in 2018 to advertise it, but it just goes over the first several pages of the first graphic novel, so it's nothing special. There was a series of books that recounted the story in the graphic novels, which I assume they did to appeal to people who thought that reading graphic novels isn't considered reading, which is stupid and completely wrong. The books even have pages of the graphic novels in them, so I don't understand the mentality behind it. There was a series of witch dolls I was able to find online, and apparently there's witch perfume? I'm not sure if it's an officially licensed product or not, but you can buy it, apparently. A magazine for Disney was beginning during this era, and Disney really wanted this magazine to be successful, which is another reason that Witch began. They knew they couldn't rely on their older brands like Aladdin or Cinderella, so they pushed to make Witch so that there would be something new and interesting for readers to learn about. More importantly, they wanted something to target pre-teens aged 9 to 13, which is the exact age demographic that Witch appeals to. The chapters were released in the magazine first to appeal to girls who wouldn't normally read comic books. Behold, the magazine! I think. It's hard for me to tell, because it's all in French, so that's an issue. But Will is looking good, look at her! She has a shirt about Matt. Did she make that shirt? That's a little cute. We got Ashley Tisdale. This is, oh man, Les Secrets de la DSI. That's some good stuff. I'm gonna get to that article. Gonna use that. Let's pop this open. This is the April 2009 volume edition. Shugo Chata? Wait, I remember, I watched that anime. Oh my god. I remember watching that and I couldn't remember the name of it because I never got to finish it. And now, there it is. This is great. I'm gonna actually search Shugo Chata and watch it. What else is there? What can we discover? Cybele La Fee Carte Blay. I like the art style, actually. Just a single page comic. Let's get to the, oh, Sunny? Oh, I like that show. Woo! Disney Channel. Disney Channel. Let's see if we can find the witch part of this. Sorry, I know it's just a bunch of articles about stuff and things that I don't know. Some fashion. Here we go. Witch. Teach Ab Witch. Anybody who is French, please help. I don't know. This is saying. Looks like they're gonna get on a bus. It looks like there's the grandpa. Whoa. Hey, Lynn. It's looking good. What happened? That's not how she looks. What is this? They're outside of the castle in Kandrakar? What is going on? There's Cornelia. Bunch of things. Man, this is cool. I don't remember reading this. I mean, maybe my memory is just failing me. Or maybe that there's more chapters to Witch than what's been released in English. That's exciting. There's more to read. This is cool. For some reason, the art style looks slightly different, but also very familiar. Like it was made by someone else, but they tried mimicking what is with the bus? Are they a band now? Is that why Will looks like this? Are they in a band? I'd like that. There's Tarani. They look normal. They look like they're having a normal day. Cornelia seems happy, which is weird. Not used to that. Cornelia is usually, not fun to be around. They're in a mall. Is it? It's not a mall, that's a dressing room. Are they part of a... Is there more chapters? You know, this is the annoying thing about being an American. Can I just rant a little bit? Oh, man. Oh, fashion? Okay, I see what's going on. This is the annoying thing about being an American. We have no idea what the heck is going on outside our borders unless it's, like, really bad. So, like, the cool stuff... You know, we make a lot of cool stuff, but any other country that has cool stuff, it's really iffy if we're gonna even know about it. Like, Witch. I didn't even know Witch was a thing until some of you guys kept asking me, hey, can you do a video on Witch, please? Oh, it's okay. Haylin looks normal here. Just apparently her transformed version, her superpower, her magical girl version. Huh. And I think that's the end of it. That's the end of it. We got some, Ghibli stuff, some Ponyo. Miyazaki, tu kone un più beaucoup alle folie. I know, my French is amazing, don't worry. You don't need to compliment me, I already know. Got some more fashion. Some more Disney stars. Some whatever that is. I don't even know what to make of this stuff. Some dogs, cute animals. That always sells things. Always does. Oh my gosh! They made a comic, a High School Musical. I mean, that's completely understandable. High School Musical was kind of huge, and it made them a lot of money. But oh my gosh! They had a comic. There's my man Troy. Oh, there's the only one I care about. Troy. He's the best. He's the best. I don't care about High School Musical. We're all in this together, as you know. There's actually several pages of the High School Musical one. Heck. I mean, I guess it makes sense them having more than just one comic. Oh man, Gothic. Man, she looks confident in her outfit. Look at that. I guess there's more. It makes sense as to why there's more than just one comic of the witch. Disney talents. Wow, Hannah Montana. I forgot about her. Is this bringing back any memories for someone? Did any of you guys ever read this stuff? I don't know. This is a little strange for me. I don't even know what to do with this magazine after making this video. I got it just for the purposes of this video. Triple gallop. Horse. That is a not really appealing art style, but okay. This is, I don't know. No, hang on, there's gotta be more witch stuff. Ooh, hey, more witch stuff. I mean, that's Will, that's Cornelia. What is this? It's a quiz? S2 sophistique ou Hattuzel. Hattuzel or Nattuzel? But do you even Hattuzel? I like this. I like how they look here. This looks good. Who drew this? This is great. This should have a one-off comic where that's the art style. That'd be nice. Some games. Some find the difference. See, look, they look even more mature. Is there more to Witch than I'm able to access in my country? I live in America. We should be able to access anything. Freedom. Oh, there's more Witch. Huh. Cool. Did they just give you a little pause, a little break? I don't know who that enemy is. I don't know who that bad guy is. Maybe I just didn't read as well as I thought. Because sometimes I have to speed read through this stuff in order to get these videos out on a monthly basis, which is an issue, but it's what I gotta do. Looks like it's continuing off of where it was. Some fashion stuffs. There's Cornelia doing her thing, being a Cornelia. There's Haylin looking great with that new hairstyle. I can't get over Haylin and that new hairstyle. Gosh. That's the end of it. This is the end of it. Yeah. Not yet. Okay, a few more pages. It's like, should I scan these? Can I subscribe? Is it still going on? I actually have no idea if the magazine is still going on. I assumed it stopped because magazines are slowly dying. That's interesting. I also found out that the entire reason Witch is the way it is because it was created to be appealing in multiple countries, especially China. That's why the cast of characters is so diverse. The goal was for this series to be a manufactured worldwide hit. They made sure there was several different races for characters. Everyone had different hair, and it took a lot of its inspiration from magical girl anime, since Sailor Moon was growing in popularity during the late 90s to early 2000s, and they wanted to capitalize on that emerging popularity. It's also the reason the graphic novels are designed to be more like manga than a comic book series. Speaking of which, quick gripe with that, they made the books too big. It's actually painful for me to read the novels for long periods of time because I have to stretch my fingers so far. But besides that, the more you learn about the development behind Witch, the more artificial it feels. They did studies with their target market, that being preteen girls, and formulated the story to fit what they were searching for. They found out that preteen girls, during that time, wanted to act more mature than they really were. So having the cast of characters fit their age and go through the same school and relational issues that other girls would have during that age made it more familiar. And them getting magical powers to protect the veil appealed to the need to be more mature. They also realized that preteens don't like pushy marketing tactics like the constant barrage of TV ads, and they prefer to discover a new trend in their social circle. So they didn't advertise it as heavily as they normally do and relied on a viral marketing tactic. Guys, this stuff is crazy. And though all of it was very artificial, it's still incredibly impressive at how they pulled it off. I mean, yeah, it feels artificial, but it's still a legitimately engaging story and a great TV show. But publication for which was ceased in 2009 without any reason stated from the publisher. It's probably safe to assume that Disney is re-releasing the graphic novels to gauge interest in the series, and I read that they might be putting it on their new streaming service, but that's just a rumor. In the end, W.I.T.C.H is a really great show, great graphic novels, and is definitely worth an HD remaster if Disney ever actually bothers. But, sadly, that's everything I have for this video. If you want to support the channel, then there's a link to my Patreon in the description below. Stay beautiful, and keep playing.